It's a business arrangement. She was a dowry. He married her and he got to have control of the Houston rap scene behind the scenes. Matthew Knowles handed it over to him, and then he fucked daddy over, moved him out the way, and took the whole bitch for herself.
Solange is letting all hell loose right now as she exposes her and Beyoncé's parents for making Beyoncé their favorite child. The insane part is her revelation about them selling Beyoncé to JayZ. Oh yeah, that's not something anyone would expect Beyoncé's sister to reveal. Still, it seems the trouble looming in the Carter's empire is slowly moving into the Knowles territory. It's about to be a big-ass family scandal for Queen Bee. Y'all may not know Solange Knowles is the savage of the Knowles family. But right now, she's about to let people realize that as she goes hard on her parents for shipping her sister away for just the sake of money. If that was wild to hear, let's talk about that for a minute. Solange doesn't really care about the Knowles family trying to keep a squeaky clean image for the sake of Beyoncé's career. She's always ready to fight dirty to expose anyone she feels is up to no good in her corner, including her parents. Solange has not always had a good relationship with their parents, especially their father, Matthew Knowles. However, no one could blame Solange, because everyone can easily highlight her reasons for seeing her father as her opposition. Like Common, it's as clear as day that Beyoncé is the star girl of the Knowles family, and it hasn't changed in over 2 decades. So it's common sense Solange would feel like an abandoned child, because indeed, she was abandoned. While Solange and Beyoncé were growing up, their parents focused more on Beyoncé due to her undeniable talent. Don't get it twisted. Solange is also quite talented, but Beyoncé is twice as talented as she is. So Solange was always caught up in Beyoncé's shadow for a very long time. Solange had to deal with being Beyoncé's younger sister, who always got compared to her in a not-so-good way. While Solange was in high school and just doing her regular music thing, Beyoncé was already doing pretty well with her group, Destiny's Child. The group, which was formed by Matthew Knowles, was one of the most sought-after girl groups back then. The girl group, which consisted of Beyoncé, Kelly Rowland, and Michelle Williams, was making waves and topping charts in the country, while Solange, who witnessed how they came to be from her father's studio, was lurking in the background. Tina Knowles claimed she had to register Solange for counseling to be able to deal with her sister's success in a non-competitive manner. Tina once said in a statement, "It was tough. She was 5 years younger than Beyoncé, and Beyoncé was the little superstar in our city. So I took them to counseling so that the counselor could help Beyoncé be more sensitive to Solange, because she couldn't stand her for a minute when they were little. But it made Beyoncé more sensitive to who her sister was and what Solange had to deal with because of her." Anyway, according to Matthew Knowles, he had told Solange to join the group after a while, but Solange didn't have that, so she rejected the offer.
I always wanted Solange to be a member of Destiny's Child. She just never wanted to be one, and I always supported that. Never forced my kids to any.
Solange had made up her mind to go solo, which she did. While Solange had a different game plan, her hatred for her father went to greater length. Solange wasn't a fan of getting together with Matthew or wanting to be around him, because she felt he only showered Beyoncé with all the fatherly love he had to offer. Solange's relationship with Matthew Knowles got more complicated after Matthew had fathered another child outside his marriage with the Knowles sister's mom. Tina wasn't about to let that slide, so she filed for divorce. Anyway, something they say about true love is that the divorce wasn't finalized, as Tina retracted her steps and took her love back in. However, Matthew Knowles wasn't interested in holding up the loyalty aspect of their marriage, so he had another child outside their marriage again, less than a year after their reconciliation. At that time, Tina was ready to go through with the hurt, so she did what was best for her, leaving Matthew with his mistresses, just like their mother did. Beyoncé and Solange also put their father on the side, as he had to be a new dad to his new kids. But Solange's feelings for her sister was better than ever, as Matthew and Tina had projected on her, didn't end like their parents' marriage. Solange once put her sister on the spot in one of her songs titled God-Given Name. Solange included in the lyrics of the song, "I'm not becoming expectations. I'm not her and never will be. Two girls gone in different directions. Thriving towards the same galaxy. Let my starlight shine on its own. "No, I'm no sister. I'm just my God-given name." Solange must have been really hurt to write and spit such lyrics, but y'all shouldn't get it wrong. Solange would go to war for her sister if she had to. Even Beyoncé knows Solange is the realest one in her corner, because she would fight tooth and nail for Queen Bee if the need ever arises. Don't forget about the time JayZ was on about embarrassing Beyoncé with his serial cheating scheme. Aside from Solange calling him out on his bullshit, she did right by her sister, as she gave JayZ the beating of his life from a woman. No one can forget the infamous elevator incident. Beyoncé was on the side, while Solange trashed JayZ with kicks and punches, before the bodyguard tried to separate her from him. So now that everyone knows Solange didn't like the fact that their parents put her in the shadows of her sister, and we know she would do anything to make her sister happy, the tea about her exposing her parents holds more weight. Solange is telling us right that Matthew and Tina Knowles sold Beyoncé to JayZ. Oh yeah, this isn't the first time we will hear that claim. From Uncle Ron trying to tell us about the Carters' business marriage, to Jaguar Wright telling the Bayhive to save their Queen Bee from the alleged evil world of JayZ. It's always been a debate between if the claim was true or not, but with Solange coming forward to spill the beans, maybe it's time we believe everything we've been hearing. Uncle Ron, a former bodyguard of the Carters, went on a TikTok rant to expose how JayZ and Beyoncé's marriage is a complete sham, and it was just a scheme to get their money up.
Relationship was a business relationship, financial, to get to the top, to become billionaires. There's no love there. See, what's done in the dark will definitely come in the light. Keep your threats up.
No one would deny those two bank accounts getting as fat as possible due to their relationship. The Carters are always part of the top 3 Hollywood couples when a list is being compiled. And it's been such a great alliance. But it's way more than alliance at this point. There are rumors that Jay is forcefully making Beyoncé use illicit drugs because he wants her to be under his control. Okay, that's insane, but what are the odds, right? Let's look at their relationship track record. Matthew Knowles must have seen JayZ as a good partner to match his daughter, with even though she was a teenager and JayZ was pushing 30 at the time. Matthew didn't really care what was going to be happening to his most prized asset, Beyoncé, because in his mind, he was doing her the favor of setting her life up perfectly career-wise and relationship-wise. What Mr. Knowles must have forgotten was that setting Beyoncé up like that was going to come with a price. Oh well, it's not Matthew Knowles who's paying the price. Beyoncé is. Jaguar Wright also revealed the same story about Beyoncé getting pumped with drugs by JayZ. But that's not the worst part. Remember JayZ's best buddy Diddy's homes getting raided? Well, word in the street is that Homeland Security got their hands on a sizable chunk of evidence, mostly videotapes from Diddy's wild parties. And the shocking part is that JayZ and Beyoncé's videotapes are also part of the big pile. And y'all should know those tapes are not about the Carters just drinking and partying. It's allegedly about Jay and Bey participating in Diddy's famous freak-off sessions.
Diddy done turned over tapes, allegedly with the Carters in some freak off, and the Beyonce high on the cocaine, and the tapes had jizz all over it.
Okay, this isn't about these Hollywood couples being freaky. If this is true, that means the Carters are in on Diddy's dirty escapades too. However, there have been rumors about JayZ also being investigated by the feds in connection to the evidence found at Diddy's home. Will Beyoncé be getting roped into the mess? Most probably. But Beyoncé is about to bow out of the mess faster than a bolt of lightning. If you haven't heard, let's say it. Beyoncé is in the works of getting a divorce from JayZ. Queen Bee doesn't want to be dragged along with the whole shenanigan. She isn't going to let Jay and his best friend rain on her parade. She has been known to keep her shit under wraps for so long, even the times Jay would allow people to put dirt on her name. Beyoncé never got messy in return to fight for her name. She just always waited for the dust to settle down. Beyoncé's alleged divorce became a topic the moment Rodney Jones, also known as Lil Rod, filed a 73-page lawsuit against Diddy for several reasons. One of Lil Rod's reasons includes the evidence with the feds we are talking about. The one about Jay and Bey being caught on camera in compromising positions. Lil Rod had accused Diddy of making him go through some heart-wrenching scenes while they had worked together on the Love album. The lawsuit Lil Rod filed claimed Diddy made him record celebrities while they were participating in wild activities during Diddy's parties. Lil Rod even claimed Diddy would sometimes collect his phone to do the recording himself. You're wondering why anyone would want to record such demeaning things, right? Well, let's just say Diddy wants to keep the celebrities involved in his cult in check. Who would want to piss off an individual who has a load of evidence of them taking part in illegal activities? No one. So while Diddy was entertaining and satisfying his friends, he was low-key gathering evidence he would use to blackmail them in the future, if anything happened. Something is happening right now, though. Diddy is in trouble with the feds, and it's just going to keep getting more intense. But we all know Diddy would happily drag those celebrities involved down with him. However, Beyoncé is trying not to be one of those celebrities. Solange may be able to come through for her sister once again. If Solange can prove that the Carters' marriage wasn't a love-based kind of marriage, and it was a scheme arrangement by their parent, maybe the law would be able to pardon Beyoncé and see her as a victim in the whole thing. But will the Knowles sisters be successful with their plan? No one knows that just yet. It's all gonna be guesses for a while, till everything gets exposed. So, do you think Solange is right in exposing her parents for being the ones who scattered Beyoncé's life plan as they willed her over to JayZ? Or do you think there must have been some kind of arrangement between Jay and Bey that the world doesn't know about just yet? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any celebrity news updates.